Buongiorno a tutti, sono qui oggi con Karyn Prentice e Elaine Patterson, che sono due prime linee del mondo della supervisione. La loro attività si chiama Patterson Prentice Designs. Hanno vinto numerosi premi, tra i quali quelli di MCC, sulla creatività e la supervisione. Sono anche parte del corpo docente della CSA, Coaching Supervisory Academy, un istituto che vi consiglio di guardare molto da vicino. So, thank you for being here, Karyn and Elaine. I'll start with the first question. You'll host our webinar the 26th of May, I think. Yeah. And so my first evident question is, what will be the contents of this webinar?
Well, thank you so much, EMCC Italy, for inviting us. It's our great pleasure to be joining you. As the flyer refers, our title is How You Can Use Reflective Writing for Executive Reflection in Your Work with Leaders and Changemakers. And Dante's poem that we refer to in our flyer tries to capture a sense of our being lost in our today's world and not knowing where we can go. Leaders and coaches and supervisors, we often don't know where we can go with all that we are facing in both our personal and our professional lives. And we all know that leading is lonely, and being really, really busy means that leaders often do not have enough opportunity or space to really step back and reflect, or to drop deep and reflect. So what Karyn and I want to share with you today, or in the webinar in May, is that we want to share with you why we feel reflection is important. We want to share with you some of our reflective writing practices. We want to share with you some of the research evidence that we're aware of. And we really want to share what can help and what can get in the way of you introducing reflective writing in your work with leaders and also in your coaching and supervision practice. And so what we really hope is that you will go away resourced yourself and ready to try this approach with your clients in your work. And we just want to say the short exercises we'll be working through together. They will be private to you, and we will only share and discuss the process in our forums and in our plenaries.
Thank you. So I hear that we have another step in our promotion of the supervision, which is not limited to the supervision of the coaching practice, but enhances our work with leaders. We can call it executive reflection. May I? Okay.
Please. Yes, that's our working definition at the moment. Many people will have different working definitions, but executive reflection seems to catch the hybrid of the tools and qualities and competencies that we bring to the work that bridges both the supervisory teaching and learning and training that we have with that of the senior coaching, teaching, training and experience that we bring. So it's a hybrid practice that works and works very successfully with leaders who are lonely and busy and who are looking for support and resourcing in very, very new and different ways.
Thrilling, really, not Italian word, thrilling.
Thrilling, thank you.
So now the second question is, of course, very elementary, but still I wanted to ask you, which is why EMCC members, EMCC Italia members should attend to this, and what your webinar will bring to their practice.
Well, ciao a tutti. Before we go any further, ciao a tutti. The beauty, why people should attend, is because using writing, reflective writing, as a simple, easy way to help people go deeper and farther. It can be really helpful if your members have a go and try it out first for themselves. Because often leaders will say, I wish I could reflect, but I don't have the time. And if as a coach we think, oh, well, I don't know what to do. How do I introduce it? How do I bring it in? What would it be like? How much do I need to do? In this short webinar, they'll have a chance to try out something for themselves, so they get an experience of how potent reflective writing can be and how they can introduce it in their work. They'll have a few practices to take away from the webinar, because we'll do at least 3 practices, and we will send you, Alessandro, another practice that they'll have. So they'll have tools right away. They will also get the experience of how in very short spaces of time, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, they can have a deep dive to stimulate some material that may take a lot longer in a conversation, and how they can drop this into their work while still being entirely the coach that they are. And it'll also be an opportunity for them to build some confidence to use materials the very next day with the next client that they use. And they're going to have fun. They're going to experiment. They're going to have fun. They can be as Italian as they like, because this is so international, and we are going to gear it to actually using prompts that are already going to be in Italian for them. That's why they should come. They should not miss it. Veni tutti, veni tutti.
I can't wait to attend to the webinar, sincerely, because it sounds really thrilling and interesting.